I'd like to turn our attention back to the market on this thing. I would, in particular, it seems to me that the market is very large. You've got, I'm trying to think of all the people going to school, all the people going to work, people picking up groceries, etc. Do you want to talk a little bit, just lay out, if you would, just the different target markets that you see for this in the United States?
Anybody that has to travel a relatively short distance, 10 or 15 miles, that's the target market. Now, what we're going to start targeting is government departments like meter maids, police patrols, people that need fleets of security vehicles, say, people that have big companies that, you know, like oil refinery and so on, where they have patrols going around, or even people having to walk long distances in a company. Those are the people we're going to start off with. The advantage of that is that you can sell quantities.
Yes, of course.
In a limited number of places. Surprisingly, after we'd come up with this idea first, about 2 or 3 months later, Honda came out and said that they were going to produce an electric motorcycle, and that was exactly the positions that they were going to take. So I kind of thought that was validation of our ideas. After we do that, then we can go out to the outside world and the general public. But there you have to have, you know, little places in each town and so on, and it will be advantageous for them because, you know, nobody likes to actually do their own maintenance on bicycles. Well, a lot of people don't like to do their own maintenance on bicycles, so that means that they will bring it back to the shop and say, have the brakes maintained, or check that everything's working okay, and change the windshield wiper and so on. So I think there will be a good business plan for people outside as well, like small accessory shops and so on.
You know, one of the things, I have an old friend who, for whom I've done a great number of consulting projects. I met him in the late 80s. His current gig, as it were, is he runs a company called Amerivon, which collectively does 18% of Costco's business. So in other words, he helps people manufacture stuff, finance stuff, do the logistics and so forth, and ultimately sell through Costco. 18%, it's an $8.5 billion a year company. And of course, most of the stuff that I touch has nothing to do with products in this price range. But the MSRP on this starts in the $2,000, $2,500 range?
Yeah, the pure pedal cycle, we figure that will start at about $2,000, $2,500. And then it may go up as high as $5,000 with the top of the line, all the bells and whistles and you know, so on. Now don't forget, Best Buy sells Bramo electric bicycles as well, and they're about $2,000 or $3,000.
That's my exact point. Yeah. So what I would like, I mean, that was my first call, was to my buddy John Tyson, the guy who I mentioned at Amerivon. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because I can certainly see one thing that Costco doesn't want, obviously, is horribly esoteric things that are sold to some sort of weird niche that may be here today and gone tomorrow. And I actually don't mind if it's here today and gone tomorrow, because they can get things on and off those shelves so quickly. It's amazing. But this strikes me, the more I thought about this thing, the more I realized that the target market on this thing is sufficiently large that it may be that type of product. And you know, a good case study of this thing is Costco put out a bid for poker chips when poker was a big fad about 4 or 5 years ago here in the United States. And here were little companies going, gosh, I make poker chips, but yeah, well, I want 2.5 million of them on Tuesday or the deal is off.
Yes, 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 I know. It's, well, we may have difficulty supplying 2.5 million by the end of the week, but you know, we're going to try. I mean, we've budgeted that in our business plan that the first year we'd sell about 3,500. Well, that's going to net us $7 or $8 million. So someone who is funding us, they're going to see a return on their money
very quickly.
Very quickly, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. That's about all the time we have for today. I'm Craig Shields from the 2 Green Energy Report. Thanks so much for being here, and keep in mind, let's keep moving to green energy.